Guys, before we get into the main portion of the video, I want to do a quick review of the irons. These are two tools that should be a mainstay in every department's equipment arsenal. And they consist of the Halligan type bar and your striking tool. Now most departments go with a flathead axe, but there are some companies that like to use a sledgehammer or a maul. Personally, I prefer the flathead. I just think it's a lot more versatile. Regardless of what you prefer, your striking tool should weigh 8 pounds. And this simply comes down to the fact that force equals mass times acceleration. Now what does this mean in street language? Well, if you take two tools, one weighing 6 pounds and one weighing 8 pounds, and you swing them at the exact same speed, the tool weighing 8 pounds is going to do a lot more damage. And this is really what you're looking for in a striking tool. With that being said, I want to talk very quickly about handles. Now there are some diehards out there that are still using wood. And believe me, I completely understand why. I've always been a big believer in tradition. It was very difficult for me to switch over as well. But it's important to realize that modern day materials offer a lot of advantages over wood. They don't require nearly as much maintenance, they're more durable, and they're stronger. So if you're still using wood, guys, I highly recommend that you switch them out and upgrade. You have two options. If you really like wood, you can go with a composite. The composite handles have a fiberglass core, and the outer portion is made out of molded plastic. So they give you the same size, shape, feel of the old wood handle. You can also go with a fiberglass, solid fiberglass. These are a straight shaft, they're going to be thinner, but they don't have as much flex or deflection as a composite handle. It really comes down to personal preference. As far as the Halligan type bars, there are a lot on the market. Many of them look the same, but they don't work the same. I've forced hundreds of doors both during training and actual incidents using all different types of bars, and I overwhelmingly prefer the Pro Bar. I just think it's a far superior tool to many of the other ones that are on the market. The Pro Bar is the modern or updated version of the original Halligan bar. This tool weighs just under 11 pounds and it's 30 inches long, and that's the length you want. Extremely versatile. Quick review of the components or working ends of the tool. You have the fork, the adze, and the point, sometimes also referred to as a hook or horn. If you're going to buy a tool, guys, the Pro Bar is the one I'd go with and the one that I'd recommend. But don't take my word for it. The two largest fire departments in the United States, both the City of New York and the City of Chicago, use the Pro Bar. And both those departments have firefighters that are a lot more knowledgeable, a lot more experienced than I'll ever be, and they swear by this tool. So in the end, guys, when you're putting a set of irons together, buy high quality tools. They're going to pay dividends in the long run. They're going to make your operations a lot more effective, a lot more efficient.
Hi, my name is Mike Perrone. I'm a 27-year veteran FDNY. I'm in ladder 175 for 19 of those 27 years. And I'm the creator of a multi-force forcible entry door system. All right? The corporation's name is Firehouse Innovations Corp. And right now I'm going to show you how easy it is to set this door up, and then we'll go through its paces after that. Okay. Opening in metal door, metal jam. We use the gapping method. Okay. Now you get that first pop. This is nice. It holds up like a second lock is holding, or the lock isn't broken through yet. It's beautiful. I'll collapse down as if I was in the real world. I put the point either in the hole of the keeper or just behind the stop and push down, and maybe the door will go. If it doesn't go, I want to hold that either with a chock and get my adz end behind. Let's see what we get. Can't get it like this. I want to hold it with my chock. Okay. I still can't get my adz in behind there. I'm going to come in here, a little bit of that, give it a push, hold with the chock. Now get my adz in and behind, down, and in, and finish. All right. You're teaching plan A, plan B, plan C. What's good about the door is it holds up for a second force, a third force. You got to use your head. You're by yourself. You're with somebody else. Obviously, if I'm with somebody else, as soon as I would have gapped it and it didn't pop in right away for me, we would have forced it conventionally to have somebody else with me. I didn't have somebody else with me. I had my chock, my tool, and that was it. And we find a way to get through this door. All right. The door is a great teaching tool, whereas you can force it A, plan B, plan C. Carl's going to force a left-hand opening door here. This is the main reason we have two doors is because to gap or to spike, it is different on the left hand and the right hand completely. Okay, he could come down initially until the point starts hitting the door. Then you kind of lose your power of your adz. Okay. Also, the point kind of takes you out of the jam a lot of times. So what he's going to do is going to give a little quickie, and then he's going to get under it, and he's going to force that lock using the power of the adz coming up. There you go. Say we gapped it, because if I gap it, of course I'll break the wood. So we'll say we gapped it. Now it was tough, and it's time to conventionally force it. Okay. Now here we go. Ready, Carl? Ready? Hit. 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 Drive it. Good. Stop. Good. Beautiful. Hit. 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 Drive it. Stop. Good. Okay. Ready? That's it. Good job. Tight. Watch your head. Okay. Hit. 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 Good. Good. Okay. Bevel to the jam. Slides in a lot easier. Okay. You don't get that good push though. Right. Hold the purchase. Good. Reverse the tool. Good. Okay, still not there. Okay, good. Good. Okay, now we're going to simulate wooden jam doors, like drawings. We're going to use a light defarring strip, light resistance. Ready? Hit. Good. Hit. 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 Good. Into the stop. I can crush the door. All right, on some doors in my area, a lot of doors in my area, we find angle iron all the time. All right, freaks a lot of guys out. It's not that tough. You know how to handle it. And this door, at least it gives you the opportunity to show a couple guys what it's like. Obviously, if the angle iron is this small on the door, just covering the locks, obviously you're going to work above or below it. But a lot of times they run the angle iron for the whole door. Okay, so we'll pretend this for the whole door. We'll force to get the angle iron in now. All right. In real life, you want to come in here as long as there's enough play to start this tool. Sometimes it's the angle iron is so tight to the stop. You're gonna have to do another plan, which is gonna bring that. You're gonna bring the blade of the axe, which is sharper than the tips, and I would drive the blade in between the stop and the angle iron. Okay, and he would once it's set, he would give it a little wiggle, pull it out, and that would give me plenty of time, plenty of space to set my fork. Okay. Right now, I think I got enough, so we're going to try it straight off the bat, all right? Anytime you're ready, Colin. Ready?
Yep.
Hit. 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 Stop. Okay. Hit. 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 Drive it. Good. That's good. Okay, now the angle iron is your friend. I go to the door. It's almost like throwing the axe in. All right, this should pop right off the bat. If it doesn't, we'll go to plan B, plan C. All right, ready? Okay, I got it. That got it. All I gotta do is clear it now. Good. Okay. Oh, my ears. All right, that's it. Now the easy part is going to the door, right? The learning is when you force after. Okay, a lot of that learning. But the setting the tool, hard part. Okay. All you do is get the tool out, which is not the easy part. Okay. Reset your purchases. Bring your purchase in. Hand the tool off to the next guy. Next guy forces. Keep forcing setting the tool all day long. I found that in teaching how the tool works itself with the spreads from the adze, spreads from the fork end, bevel to jamb, bevel to door. It was easier to have somebody just put resistance on a door while you taught them on a regular door. So I just came up with a bungee. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use the bungee to hold. Put a little resistance on the door so I could teach the spreads of the Halligan to, basically very new guys that don't know. All I'm doing is hooking it up this way. All right. Pull it. Hook it on the door. Then I can put, put a chock in just to keep the door up against the stop. And what you do is, and this way, the door comes back. Now you can show them the spreads without having somebody hold it for you or whatever. Okay, come in here. All right, and you can show them. If I come down, I got all of that spread. And then the way we did the gap before, when we were forcing the doors, the door would normally come back a little bit to about here. And you can show them, hey, I can get all the spread I need here. All right, or you can show them when I get in behind. I get it this way, the power, and then I can clear, okay? You can show them a lot of stuff. You can show them, you get the point in behind too. You can show them how much all of that spread would be. One of the most important things I like to teach with this is bevel to the jamb or bevel to the door. And I find it's when you tell them, it's better to show them. So what you do is you bring it in to where it's got to be. Just push it in. Crotch to stop, okay? Now, you show them, hey, I go to the door, I lose 6 inches, plus the tool isn't made to spread the best way there. Maybe I get a pinky's worth of spread, okay? Then you show them, if you were to hold that purchase with either a chock or the blade of the axe, and you get it into where you want it, then you go to the door, okay? And you get that much spread, okay? It's just the bungee helps you to show them the different spreads you get. Then you could pull back put the axe in, you know how much. If I put the axe in, you get all that extra spread.